So something that's overlooked way too often in email marketing is the sender field. And what I mean by that is that's the name that comes up in the in your Outlook or in your Gmail or in your Hotmail in the From section. So if I sent you an email, it would come from Sean Steffen. One of the mistakes that a lot of businesses make when they do email marketing is they don't identify the emails as coming from the identifiable source. So, for example, there's a concert and sporting events venue that I get emails from here in Regina, and sometimes they send out emails from the actual place name, and I can identify from that. But other times they send out from the name of the communications director, and I have no idea who the communications director is. I don't identify with that, so they get deleted. Or sometimes they just barely save being deleted by the subject line. But if the person would just identify themselves, it would be like something coming from Madison Square Garden as opposed to coming from Jane Smith. You identify with Madison Square Garden if you live in New York, but you don't identify with Jane Smith. But you might say, well, sometimes you don't want it to appear like it's coming from just a big business or something like that, and you want it to make it a little bit more personal. Well, the way that I would recommend getting around that in the sender field is if, for example, Jane Smith is sending on behalf of Madison Square Garden, use Jane Smith dash Madison Square Garden in the sender field so that people see that it's coming from an actual human being, but it's coming from an actual human being at an organization that they know and that they trust. So keep that in mind when you're setting up your email marketing campaigns.